Booba-dibba-dib, boom-ba-dam, boom-ba-dum, boom-dum. Oh, my version's better.
It is. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Hector and Keller show, brought to you by Kellogg's. My name is Hector.
Hey, you trying to not jerk off? Eat cornflakes. Brought to you by Kellogg's.
And look it up. That's the origin of cornflakes. And sitting to screen right of me is the Randall to my Dante, Mr. Keller Knobloch. Say hi, Keller.
Hi, I'm Randall.
Mm-hmm.
Randall. Ugh,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
what a name.
Not
and
great.
character.
And character. We are coming to you live on a Tuesday afternoon at 5 p.m. because we had some technical difficulties. I have to delete that weird little minute and a half of us fucking up that is on.
I like it.
It's on our
probably
Twitch.
been posted as a podcast as well.
It is. And it's a YouTube channel, and I have to delete those. No, I don't think
it's a whole YouTube channel.
It
Oh, yeah,
hasn't
you have
gone
to do
through-
that manually, don't you?
Yes, on Anchor. I
Yeah,
have not done
okay.
that, but I'm going to take down those little blips of us messing up. But anyway, we're here and we're ready to talk about the next movie and whatever the hell else we want. Keller, do you remember who was going to do the introduction for this film?
No. Who was
We
it?
have a very special guest. We
You
have
remember?
the director of the last movie, The Elephant Man, Mr. David Lynch, is
This
going to
is
be
you.
doing. It is okay, sure.
Because I've heard your David Lynch and it's good.
You just like completely broke the reality. Oh, this is you. You weren't even like, "Hi, David." This is David Lynch, director of The Elephant Man, Dune, Twin Peaks,
I broke
so
the
many others.
reality.
He is going to be coming on to be our guest reader today. Maybe he'll be the permanent reader for every movie ever. But Mr.
Maybe.
David
Let's
Lynch,
see if he gets the job.
let's see if he gets the job. David, are you on the line? Yeah, hi, I'm here. Ready to go whenever you are.
Just
Okay.
do it, man. Just go, man. You got it.
Take it away, Mr. David Lynch.
Mr. Lynch.
Here we go. Number 361, Clerks. Came out in 1994. Director, Kevin Smith. The no-budget, uber-indie convenience store comedy that struck gold and made Smith the man he is today. The heartfelt, if profane, chronicler of America's slacker belt. Thank you.
That was great.
Give it up for David Lynch, everybody.
Dave, come by
Pretty good.
anytime.
Anytime you want.
Anytime you want, Dave. Door's always open. I made a key for you.
This was going around actually maybe last week, a few days ago, where somebody was like, he was in a show or a movie or something, and David Duchovny was playing a trans woman, and David Lynch's character was saying like, "You're a great agent. You're great at what you do," and then said, "And I told all of your coworkers when you were in the process of becoming who you are," like I forget the character's name. He goes, "I told all of your coworkers, if you have a problem with that, change your heart or die." And this trans person posted that on Twitter. They're like, "This is the best response to any like
change your
transphobic
heart or die.
Isn't that
That's
great?
true. Yeah. Official stance of this podcast as well.
But the way he said it, the way he delivered it too, he's like, "Change your heart or die." Just this great, like,
So matter of fact, like deadpan, but in like a assertive way.
Yeah, like
Loud
like,
deadpan.
nice enough that you're like, this guy's nice, but kind of like you said, direct enough that you go, is this guy an asshole? Is he being mean? Is he being like confrontational? No, I'm still nice. Okay. I'm a nice old man. Change your heart or die.
A nice, loud old man.
Yeah.
Who likes to read the weather.
I have a voice modulation disease. I have trouble controlling the volume of my voice.
I don't even know if he just doesn't move it. It's always the same volume.
It's pretty great. That was me doing an impression of him. David left the show a few minutes ago, but
I couldn't tell the difference.
Yeah. Keller, what do you think of the blurb from Empire Magazine from the year 2008 talking about Clerks, no budget, comedy struck gold? It's a heartfelt, if profane, chronicler of America's slacker belt. What do you think of it?
I don't really know what America's slacker belt is
Mm-hmm.
supposed to mean,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, I don't know. And 1994, I was probably 3 or 4 years old when this came out,
Uh-huh.
so I can't speak to how much gold was struck.
Mm. Did any
Uh,
did any of this movie also have you seen this movie before or no?
yeah, but not. I saw it like in like when I was probably 6 years ago or something.
Okay, okay. Let's just get into it, dude. What do you think of it then? What do you think of it now? Because I have some thoughts on this movie, but go ahead.
I It's better than I thought it was
Mm,
going to be, I
okay,
think,
okay.
but I don't like it.
Mm, mm. I have a similar feeling that you just described with one part of it that I think might be representative of kind of the whole tone of it, but I think I'm with you. I also don't like it. I appreciate the hell out of this movie. This movie's full of a bunch of people in their 20s that made a
Yeah,
movie directed by Kevin Smith in his 20s. I certainly did not do anything close to this in my 20s. So
you don't
it's
have to do that.
no, I am because I also think that like
That's true.
no, for real. I also think that like I'm not trying to like I like Kevin Smith on a whole. I think
Mhm.
that I like and appreciate most of his work. I like his sort of public persona. I think a lot of what I kind of do where I talk about nerdy shit, a lot of it is probably because Kevin Smith has done that in a public way, even kind of pre-internet and during the early days of the internet. And he's such a good storyteller. And when he nerds out about, like he's one of these OG nerds who was became a movie director, but he really did grow up with comic books and cartoon shows and the same shit that we did. So when he's
Talking about the Death Star.
yeah, exactly. And when he's like working on like when he it gets revealed or gets announced as being like he's going to be the showrunner, the head writer, or whoever of the new like He-Man cartoon show that they're putting on Netflix, I'm not like, oh, he's not into that. He doesn't give a shit. He's just, getting a paycheck and because that's his brand. I'm like,
Yeah,
he's into that. And I'm happy for him and I want him to do that kind of stuff. But this movie, it's too tough to rewatch. I just would
it
rather
does not
watch
hold up,
no, I'd rather watch other Kevin
but
Smith movies.
I think it's I don't know. It's hard to like judge it on 1993, 1994,
For sure.
but
For sure. When you
just
look at it today, I go, yeah, I don't like spending time with these people in their 20s. They're
no, but
all
I
bad.
bet I feel like it's probably true. Like this is
Yes.
an accurate
Yep.
portrayal.
I could
Like
see
I
that.
think it's doing a good job at what it's trying to do.
I think it's a little
Maybe.
hyper realistic. I think it's a
Oh,
little
it's not
right,
definitely
right, right.
hyper realistic.
But in terms
But
of
a
like
representation
of their
of
sense of
those
humor,
the
their
American
sensibilities,
slacker belt, if you will.
correct. Their values. Yeah, I would agree with that. I bet you that Kevin Smith and his colleagues and the actors in this movie and everybody like they probably yeah, I would agree with all that. Here's the couple parts that lost me. First of all, I do not like Dante and Randall like I don't like those dudes. I would not hang out with those dudes.
No.
I don't like Dante because of basically because of how he treated his at that time girlfriend.
Mhm.
I'm like, this guy sucks in a way that sort of like Scott Pilgrim and Scott Pilgrim versus the World sucks. But the rest of
And then
that
you
movie,
hear them say, "I'm 21 like him," and it's like,
yeah,
"Oh."
exactly. He goes, "We're 22-year-old guys in a car, and they're talking about sucking each other's or sucking your own dick and that kind
Yeah,
of,
yeah, yeah.
which is fine." But then it's like when they're talking about 22, I'm like, okay, yeah, I don't like these children. I don't want to spend more time with these idiotic men. The moment, so basically, anytime Dante overreacted when his girlfriend said I had gone down on
Yeah.
this many guys, and I feel like that overreaction could be considered misogynistic.
I
And the
think
fact,
that's a I think that's the
yeah,
point maybe though.
it is. I think it is. And I also am kind of bummed that even when I'm tweeting, like, we're watching Clerks, we're going to talk about Clerks, that some people's go to quote in the movie is 37. And I'm like, that shouldn't be the
That's not
line.
even funny.
that everyone remembers. But I think that part of it is that
Like there's
mentality
funnier
of like
stuff in this movie.
how. Having said that,
Not that
I
I can think of any off the top of my head.
I can yeah I can think of a
I
couple.
watched it
I can think.
yesterday.
Let me tell you a couple. That man that said, "Excuse me, young man," and just was like wanted to get a porno mag. I
Yeah, yeah,
kind
yeah.
of liked that whole bit. I
It is
like
funny,
it
except
is
for
funny.
the later end of the
Yes,
bit.
fucked up. But it's people guys in their 20s trying to come up with like fucked up, funny, weird shit. I liked the bit with the guy looking for all the eggs. I thought was just funny, and I also liked and appreciated. I
The
think it was me.
smoking bit was funny.
Which
The
one?
guy
The
actually being a gum salesman.
Yes, that was
That's
funny.
a very funny bit.
And I also think it was mean spirited, but the moments where they're like, here's all the dumb questions I get. And that same girl kept asking, or that same woman was like, excuse me, how much is this? And they would zoom out and there'd be a big poster. I was like, I think that's funny. I can relate to that. If you've worked retail, that stuff is the universal, like we
Just
all
like,
relate to that.
hmm
Having said that about Dante overreacting, I think that his girlfriend, I'm forgetting her name, Veronica, I'm like, Veronica, going down on somebody is having sex with them. I'm like, that is, I
it's
think
called oral sex.
it's. Thank you, Professor Keller. That's what I'm saying. Thank you.
Oral intercourse.
Yeah. So that also was like, that made me mad because I'm like, Veronica, just fucking, you got to count it. That counts. The second thing that lost me is when
It's
Randall.
not sure.
No, what were you going to say?
I understand the
Yes.
difference.
Yes. But I think fooling around
I think
involving
I think
any private parts
but also
is,
she's allowed to, yeah.
I mean,
It's
yes.
a
I
how about
I guess
how
it's
many
a
how many people have you been intimate with?
right. That's the yeah. I guess if it's a misunderstanding, that's what I was frustrated with. Is that anyway? But second part of the movie that kind of lost me, where I was like, okay, you know the meme where that guy that's lifting the headphones because he's going, he doesn't want to, he doesn't. This is a couple times in the movie made me do that where I was like, I don't want to watch this anymore. When Randall spit in that guy's face, I was like, Randall needs to be punched in the fucking mouth. And
Randall's
like,
the worst
Randall
because
is the
he
worst. Horrible
just
asshole.
negates the whole time, even though he
Horrible.
is the cause of all of the problems. He
Yes.
immediately says it's because you're a pushover and you let me do it to you,
Yeah.
and which
No.
is true.
No. It's
Dante didn't have to go to work that day.
true. It's true. Yeah. When Dante's on the phone and he's like finds out that his boss like flew to Minneapolis or whatever, and he's like, "What am I supposed to do?" I was like, "Close the store and leave." I'm like, "Close the store." It's
Just yeah.
I guess in my 20s I didn't think that way because
It
capitalism.
is scarier.
Sure. But I'm like, yeah, I guess that. I guess that's true. But I'm like, now I go, oh, no question. The retail job I had was working at Blockbuster and you worked at Target.
Yeah.
Did you have any other retail jobs other than Target?
No.
If, okay, Target might be different because that's a huge store
And worse. I worked in the
and
produce department,
not cool.
subbed in the deli and the bakery.
Wow.
If you
Yeah,
need meat
that's
sliced or a cake iced, you got it, baby.
damn.
Or
Is that a t-shirt? Damn.
I just wrote that. I
If
wish
you
I
need
thought of that
meat
10 years
sliced
ago.
or cake iced, I'm your guy.
Also, I put
That's
out apples.
That's clever. And in the back, also, I put out apples. But it's if you need your meat sliced or your cake iced, also I put out apples. Um,
Yep.
I remember now Blockbuster Video. If I ever had a situation where like I had to close, which I don't think I ever got to like a manager, like a store manager level. I was
You
never
deserved
got to
it.
that level. Sure, whatever. I didn't
You deserved it.
care. But if I ever got to it and somebody was like, you have to close, and somebody who was also supposed to come and work with me was never there or like didn't show up, I would be like, now in my 30s, looking back, I'd be like, okay, Hector, in your 20s, you close the store whenever you're supposed to be done and you leave and you walk away and you close the store. And if people come up and they go, Blockbuster's supposed to be open, it's not my problem. That you need, somebody else.
That's Blockbuster's problem. I'm
Exactly.
only
Somebody else.
scheduled to work until this time.
Correct. Anyway,
And then your manager will get mad at you tomorrow. And it's like, hey, man, you're 2 years older than me.
yeah.
Neither of us should care.
Exactly. So those are the other the other thing is as far as this movie goes, oh, you know what else was a funny moment is when Kevin Smith's character Silent Bob did say something,
Finally speaks.
and it was
Yeah.
like impactful and profound. I'm like,
Poignant. Yeah.
that's a funny bit. Most of the things that Jason Mewes' character Jay said were funny because he is
Except for
ridiculous.
just so many.
It's it rewatching this, I'm going, are they hinting at the fact that Jay is gay? Because he makes jokes about like, I'll do this, man, I'll suck you off, I'll do this. Nah, never mind, dude. I'm not I like chicks. And I was like, what was that? What was that weird chauvinistic test that he's
I
doing?
do
Like,
want to know. I want to know. I don't know Kevin Smith's level of awareness back then,
right. But what's funny is I do know
but
his awareness today is the
even
thing.
I
That's
was in high school
yeah,
10 years later,
yeah.
and actually later than that. But
Mm-hmm.
it was dudes were the same way.
Dudes were the same way. And so I think the reason I even liked Jay and Silent Bob in this movie is because I'm like, I know them in other movies,
I haven't seen
including
those.
including their own movie, and they're very funny and they kind of have heart. Like even Jay, who's an idiot, is written and sort of depicted in a way where he is like a lovable idiot.
Like in
And he
Dumb and
does
Dumber.
yes, yes, and he means well, even less mean spirited than Dumb and Dumber. Like he kind of doesn't punch down; he just punches up. I think maybe I'm misremembering it, but I have residual love for those characters.
Okay.
And yeah, I think for me, it was those few moments in the movie in this film where I was like, I don't need to rewatch this movie again. It just makes me too mad because I'm an adult older than all these people.
That's true. Like if I saw, I don't know if I saw this when I was younger, because
Yeah.
I do think it's like pretty well made.
Yes, and that's the
I
other thing.
love the black and white.
I do too. I think it's like well shot. It looks pretty good.
Yeah,
Like all of that stuff is great. I think that the script is a little overwritten, but that may also just be
but it's like
because
a, I don't
not
know. It's
like
almost Tarantino-y
yes,
in
and I
that you
but
can tell all you're thinking about is the fact that some dude wrote all this.
correct. And the
Uh,
and the back and forths between like everyone's a little too quick as they're saying
and
their
everybody's
lines.
kind of, it's all the same in the same voice.
Yes. And
Everybody, no matter the character.
I know that this level of filmmaking and like the budget and everything, it's like all of these actors were completely amateur actors. However, I know a bunch of them that did Clerks 2 and the upcoming Clerks 3 and they did other stuff. I'm like, they all got better as actors. It's kind of tough to watch this because all of the acting
I
level
can get,
is
but
like
it also for some reason reminded me of Richard Linklater movies. Like it gave
cool.
me Dazed and Confused
For sure. For sure.
vibes.
What about like some of that feeling in Boyhood where it even feels it's like, man, these don't even feel like actors. They just kind of have such a natural, I don't know,
Oh,
maybe.
it didn't feel natural.
Okay. Yeah, it
everybody,
felt
everybody
unnatural.
definitely felt like they were talking what somebody,
It
nobody,
felt like Juno
student
Temple's
actors. Yeah.
or it felt like Diablo Cody's Juno. Juno Temple. That's an
Juno
actor.
Temple's
Juno.
Diablo.
It felt like Diablo Cody, who wrote Juno, and the
Yeah.
way that characters in that movie talk, especially Elliot Page's character Juno, where you're just like, that's
Mhm.
unnatural. It felt a little bit like Ryan Johnson's Brick, where I'm like, high schoolers don't talk like that.
But
It's
also,
a little
that's
overwritten.
supposed to be the point
Yes.
that they
Of
don't talk
Brick.
like that because they're
Correct.
supposed to
Correct.
be actually we're from the 40s, see?
Yeah, exactly. She. Uh,
Noir, see?
how would you feel about if somebody else was like, "Hey, should I watch Clerks?" If like a young person was
It
like,
depends on the person and what their
"Okay,
reasoning is.
okay, here's the
Like I'm
reasoning.
not
Here's
gonna
the reasoning."
recommend this movie to anybody
I would
just
not.
based off of I would say I don't know, does it belong on the list? I feel like it is like
I don't know. I don't know.
because I even
I
feel like with some of the other it's like one of the first examples of like bro comedy, like a
yeah,
old school hangover
yeah,
type vibe.
yep.
But I feel like this one, even for a 21-year-old or whatever, still feels like it's more aware of misogyny and
Potentially.
Uh,
Certainly more than
I
maybe
don't know
like
if I'm giving Kevin Smith too much credit at this age or
but
anything,
the thing
but
is like I said, I know Kevin Smith's sensibilities and his awareness in
yeah.
future movies as this guy literally ages in his career. Like I've seen other more recent movies of his, even from this to Clerks 2. I like Dante and Randall in Clerks 2 more than I like them in this, just because they're older. And even the I want to mention this too. That moment of I liked parts about this movie, but overall kind of would miss it. Oh, to go back to this point too, let's say, Keller, that someone's reasoning is, I want to watch Clerks 2 and 3. Should I watch Clerks 1? I would tell them yes. Don't skip to 2. I would be like, in that regard, if someone comes up to me and they go, I haven't seen any Kevin Smith movies and I want to watch them all, I'm like, yeah, you should watch Clerks
Oh
1.
yeah, I haven't
Totally.
seen
Yeah.
maybe another Kevin Smith movie.
Now you can. And
Wow, the world's
I
open to me.
I'd pretty much recommend them all. And you know what else is? I don't know if you know about this, Keller, but they made a Clerks animated show for like a
Oh yeah,
season or two. I think it
I
was on
remember that.
MTV or something. The show
Mhm.
was really good.
Really?
It was very funny, and it was like, kind of picture
Did
this,
Kevin
but
Smith do
then
it?
yeah, I'm pretty sure he
That's cool.
oversaw everything, and it's like this, but imagine if they had to, in a way, clean it up enough to be on some kind of cable television. Then it's like then it's kind of maybe forcing them to not be crass just for crass sake, that they had to find like the funny silly stuff that is works in this movie that doesn't necessarily punch down, is just kind of all of maybe what the cartoon show is. Maybe I'm giving the cartoon show too much credit, but I remember liking it, and it was in color, and like I really liked the character designs, and they made like action figures and figurines from, like, they've made it like a whole little franchise, and it was good. It kind of reminded me of like Clone High, or another
I haven't
like
seen Clone High either.
another like Lord and Miller,
Okay.
kind of a thing. But I thought it was very clean and very good. The other thing I was going to say is the moment where they're talking about the Death Star.
Yeah,
I remember being the
the
age where I was
internet's
like,
ruined it.
yes, but I remember when this was new. I remember when we were new, Keller, like
When we were
Eth-
new?
Ethan Hunt in Mission Impossible 3,
When I was 3 years old, seeing
when
this in theaters.
Ving Rhames, when Luther Stickle is talking to Ethan Hunt, and Ethan's like, "Do you remember when you were new? Do you remember she was. I remember this about the internet, and it's that whole conversation has kind of come full circle for me, because at first I loved it and I thought it was so funny, and then I hated it, because I'm like, it's
Well, I
everybody
think that's
references it
what
now.
I think that's why it's good.
Yes,
You can hate, yeah.
and the thing I didn't remember about it, but then
I've
on this
just now
rewatch,
come back around on Napoleon Dynamite, you know?
there you go. Because like now, if I watch Borat, I think I'll like it.
The
But
world will ruin something.
yes, they did it with Austin Powers. They did it with Borat. Um, the thing I forgot is that the whole conversation, which is kind of annoying, it's kind of funny, it's kind of clever, but the whole idea of like contractors dying when the second Death Star is, a part of me is like, it's silly to try and I don't know. It's not silly though to try and humanize any of the bad guys in Star Wars, because they're supposed to be stand-ins for
And that's
Nazis.
what they ended up fucking doing, like, "I'm your father. Oh, let's humanize a
Yep.
bad guy."
Yeah, that's
Kylo
what it's about.
Ren, "I'm actually sad."
Mwah, and then he dies.
Yeah.
But I think the thing that I thought was so funny was when the contract, like that whole conversation ends with the contractor going, "Excuse me, I couldn't help but overhear. I'm a contractor myself." Like, and he's like, "What are you talking about?" And they explain it to him. Who You're like, "This guy's not a nerdy guy. What the hell does he
Yeah.
give a shit?" But he goes, "I can tell you firsthand. Contractors take on jobs based on their values." And I was like, "This is actually hilarious." So he's saying anybody who took that job,
Fuck all those people who
yep,
died on the Death Star
knew
is what that
knew
contractor's saying.
knew what they
Yeah.
were getting into. And I was like, I forgot about this whole back half of this conversation, and it's so funny and so brilliant to add on to that observation.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then I was like, even if that's not true, even if like, Well, because in Star Wars, the Empire is supposed to be so powerful that so many people have to join
It
up because
depends
they
on
don't
the
they don't
contractor, yeah.
totally they don't have a choice, right? The Empire takes entire worlds in Star Wars and
Or
forces
they'll
them
blow
into
up the entire world. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
exactly. So I was like, okay, so either there's contractors there who are like, yeah, the Empire's not so bad. I don't like all them aliens. Like they're like racists, like or there are innocent people that are working on the Death Star that they're like, my home
Because there
planet of
probably is.
Corellia or whatever was like, I have no choice. And that's sad. But so either way, it's okay. It's just victims of dictatorships, that's
I
what
like
happens.
that conversation.
I do too. It's a
It
little
holds
bit
up
like,
a lot better than most of the movie conversation-wise.
and it holds up. That's true. And it to me, it holds up pretty much as good as, or if not better than some of like Quentin Tarantino's little pop culture observations that
Oh,
he,
tirades?
you know what I mean? That he
Yeah, yeah,
sprinkles
yeah.
into the movie or whatever. Like, yeah, yeah. So
They're time capsules,
yes, overall though, I
except that
don't, I,
conversation is still being had to this
yes, I don't want
goddamn
to
day.
rewatch this movie. I don't think ever again,
Oh, no.
but I am now like
But good
into
job, Kevin
maybe,
Smith, in case you see
yeah,
this.
22-year-old Kevin, however old he was
Yeah,
when
I
he
didn't
did
do
it. And
shit when I was, yeah, like you said.
hmm and also I know that they also like filmed a lot of this or most of it just at night when one of these stores was closed and they had access to it. And just that idea, I'm like, dude, I can't imagine filming a movie in the Blockbuster that I worked in after hours, after we
They're
closed at
making a
11.
Blockbuster TV show.
I know. I should be working on that. I could write
I
that.
don't
I
know
could write
why
the
you're not.
hell out of that. I should
Yeah,
I
you
should try
could.
to I
You've
should
done it
send in
every
a
day.
packet. I should send in a packet
Send in
and
a packet for the show that's already been shot and being produced and will
I'll
be
be
coming
like,
out soon.
here's my
Season
pitch.
2?
You got to bring in a character in season 2, a customer named Charlie. I know I could write Charlie front and
I
back. I know all
think you
about this
and
guy.
I just need to do a road trip to the last Blockbuster.
We're in Anchorage, Alaska. Where is
Is
it?
that where it fucking is?
Portland,
Alaska?
Oregon.
That would
Where is
make
it?
sense.
hmm
I don't know.
I would go to
Somewhere
there.
that's hell.
In fact, I'm going to look it up because I've been doing like a fair amount of
Geography. I've been doing a lot of searches on
travel.
maps lately.
No, I've been doing a lot of travel on
Airplanes?
oh my god, on airplanes. And it's okay, wait. It is
Sometimes
oh,
cars.
it's located in Bend, Oregon.
Yeah, that's
Yo,
not. Let's
that's not
go.
near that's not near Portland at all.
That's not near, but it's not far
I
in the
think it
grand
might be
scheme
far.
of the world.
You know what? You're right. You're right. So maybe next time
Think
I'm in
about the
Oregon,
whole world.
I want to go to the
The
last
last
Blockbuster.
Blockbuster. And you'll walk in and be like, hey, I used to work at one of these.
Yeah. You still got
20
that
years.
4 for 20 deal? Ah, all right. 5 for
No.
20? Okay. Hey, you got any Xbox 360 games for sale? Yeah, what are they doing? Blu-ray? Are they doing 4K these days? What are they doing?
They gotta be.
Keller,
I wouldn't go
if you
otherwise.
if you had to open, if I put a gun to your head and put a magic
I'd be like,
genie
oh,
lamp in
it's
your hands
Tuesday.
and put a magic genie lamp in your hands and I said, "Wish for you to magically open and become the manager of a retail store of some kind or I'm going to blow your fucking brains out." What kind of store would you pick?
A bookstore. This is the easiest question anybody's ever asked me.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I'd put
What
it
would
in my
you
mouth and I'd say bookstore.
Damn, dude. I love it. Okay, what kind of books would you specialize in? What would you make sure that you were always in stock in?
Every book.
Ooh, every book.
Like
So, okay,
the last bookstore
in
is a
LA is
great
pretty great.
bookstore.
Yes, yes. So you'd want something
It's
like that.
it's well organized and it's cool.
You'd
I
want
want
like a
something
two
like
like
that
a
and then with a
two-story.
restaurant on the ground floor.
Ooh. Oh, how about this? Something like that with a restaurant on the roof. How about
Or
that?
the roof.
That'd be
True.
cool.
That would be cool.
5-story bookstore, restaurant on the roof,
We just invented Barnes and Noble.
stage on the first floor where you can host improv.
Yeah. Improv. Other comedy too.
No poetry, no
It'll
music,
be like Amoeba.
just improv. Yeah,
There'll
yeah.
be a Blu-ray section.
Oh, okay, cool.
Obviously, it's
There'll be a
gonna
comic
have.
book section. Do
There'll
you
be a comic
buy
book section that
do you
you
buy
will
books
curate.
buy books from people?
What do you mean? Sure.
Like if
Used
people come
bookstore as
in,
well. Hmm.
okay, dude,
And we give good deals.
yeah, I'd work there. I would run your whole graphic novel section. Yeah, I'd run the whole comic book
Yeah,
section.
hired.
That'd be great.
I would hand you the lamp, and then
Yeah.
I would take the gun from your hands. I'd be like, okay, what do you want to do?
In the lamp, and I'm rubbing it, and his genie is just like, these are the most mundane. This is the stupidest fucking. I was like, he's like, you
I
guys
like
could
that
have
you're
wished.
writing it down because you've been
He goes,
watching What We Do in the Shadows.
you guys could have wished for end of COVID. You guys could have wished for. We're like, no. Yeah, that's great. That's true. I have been watching it on the with the gin in What
And
We Do
it's
in the
good.
Shadows. Yeah, it is very good. It's very good. Okay, what movie should we pick for this week's
But what would your
pick?
job be? You got to pick one too.
In the bookstore?
I want to know what you want to do at the bookstore, and then I want to know what you want to do if you had a retail store.
My own store. Okay, if
Would
I
it just
had
be a comic book store?
a
A
part of
toy
me
store?
a part of me says yes, toy and comics, but I think I would also try to have this is too much maybe. Video
Dude,
games
just
and
make it
Blu-rays.
Meltdown. You would just reopen Meltdown
Basically,
and run it yourself, and
basically.
even have a theater in the background, in the back.
Yeah, in the background of every basically, I think I feel like maybe I should here's my pitch. I would open up a retail store that would be called the Superhero Store. And
Okay,
then you walk
okay.
in there,
I love the name.
I would also have Lord of the Rings shit. Don't worry,
What
I'd
does
also
this
have
place
Star
do?
Trek. You'd walk in there and there would
Oh,
be
maybe better call it the fucking dork store.
yeah. And then I would beat the crap out of that man as he walked into my store. I'd be like, "What'd you say? What'd you say? What'd you say?" And just beat the crap because like I
Just
would have
call it
a
the dork
bouncer.
store. Own it.
The dork store. No, the superhero store would have comic books and like collections of comic books and reference books and different superhero things for little kids, things for like adult collectors. I'd also have like I would sell hero clicks straight up. I'd sell gaming stuff, but kind of focus more on
Would
superhero
you
things.
have
Yeah.
HeroClix tournaments and shit?
Yeah, I think I'd want it to be one of those like, and if people come in and they're like, "Hey, can we play Magic the Gathering?" I'd be like, "No,
figures here?
no." I mean, yes, of course you
No.
can, of course, of course,
Okay.
of course. And I would do, yeah, basically just kind of be like
Hey, how
a,
about you Magic the Gather somewhere else? Okay.
yeah. How about you tap some mana somewhere else, huh?
Oh, I
Would
don't
you
know what that
Magic? No, yours is better.
means.
Magic the Gather somewhere else, huh, guys? How about you Yu-Gi-Oh out of my store? How about that? How about you Pokemon go the hell out of here? No, I'd be welcoming to all that. I just wouldn't have as much of it. If people come in and they're like, "Do you sell Pokemon cards?" I'd be like, "I have one. Yeah, I have one thing. Is that enough?" And then go, "Oh." But if people come in and they're like, "Hey, do you have a DVD copy of Howard the Duck?" I'd be like, "Yes, I do.
6.
Six of those. And I have a 3D copy of John Carter, always in stock. Do you want to buy it?" And people would be like, "No."
No.
And I'd be like,
You would aggregate 3D TVs and be a 3D TV store.
ooh, maybe. Oh, I would definitely have one and then have
It would be like the
3D movie
room in the
night.
corner of the room in the corner of Best Buy that's like, this is all the fancy shit. You'd have
Yeah.
that, but it would just be for showcasing 3D televisions.
Yes. And I would tell all the kids that come in, "Hey, you kids want to stay off the streets? Tell your parents that on Friday night we're showing the Avengers Age of Ultron in 3D and you guys can come over. Bring your parents." And they'd be like, "You're weird.
That one sucks.
You can't do that."
I'm telling Disney.
It's for charity. You can't do it. I'm a lawyer from Disney. It's a cease and desist. Fuck.
You've been served.
You've been served. You Hector? That's me. You've been served. Damn those Disney lawyers.
Those scamps.
They're getting younger every year, those little pixies.
They can only work
Anyway.
up to 4 hours a day.
Yeah,
On lawyering.
absolutely. Yeah, that's what my store would be. That's
I
pretty
like
much
it. It'd basically be
Thanks,
this
man.
wall multiplied.
Yeah, that I could somehow make money off of, but I would probably lose money. But people seem to like superheroes. I don't think they're going away anytime soon.
Oh, wait, you get one more wish. I
Yeah.
always make a profit.
Yeah.
A significant profit.
Open the store at my Lamborghini.
Oh, and my third wish, all trading cards burst into flames upon entry.
My fourth wish, Genie, you're free. I don't need 5 wishes or 6 or infinity. I just needed 4.
I'm
Now you're
free.
free, Genie. You're
I
free.
gotta go on vacation. I gotta buy a Hawaiian shirt and get a goofy hat.
Oh man.
I gotta get a goofy hat, really though.
Yeah.
I
I
realized I
yeah.
wanted one and I didn't know why. And then I got to Disneyland. I was like, why do I want it? I was just like, oh wait, the
Aladdin.
fucking genie wears it.
Dude. All right, I know what I'm getting you for your birthday.
An entire genie comes back from vacation costume.
I'm getting you a Hawaiian shirt so you can like go Disney bounding with a Hawaiian shirt that's like as close
I'll
to that
never do
pattern
that.
as
I'll never
possible
do anything
with
called Disney bounding.
the goofy
Also,
hat.
why is it called bounding?
I don't
There's
know.
an entire Disney short called Bound,
There is.
and it's not in any way
Pixar
related.
short. No, I don't think so. But I'm good.
That
But
rabbit's not dressed as another Disney character.
I don't know why it's called Disney bounding, but I know it's just like it's not full cosplay. If you're, for example, Genie, you don't
Yeah,
actually
yeah, yeah.
paint your because you're
I'm
not
doing
allowed to
a
go.
I'm doing a homage.
You're not allowed to go in costume to Disneyland unless you're a
So they
child.
just came out with a new word. I like
Yeah,
that idea, by the
me
way.
too. Me
That's
too.
a
I think it's
good
fine
rule.
because yeah, nobody can come dressed as a stormtrooper, and they have their own characters there, but it's also dangerous, and it's like
Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
can't wear a mask if you're an adult, but if you're a little kid, it's fine. So
Except
then
wear a mask.
Disney adult nerds came up with like, but I want to dress up like Donald Duck or whatever. Well, do
Yeah,
it in a
yeah, yeah.
cute way. It's usually like 1950 style or something, and then they meet the character, and the character is like, and then they take a
Dude,
picture. That's it.
dude, you should do that. Do you think they're in the mask going?
maybe, maybe.
Or
They're
you think
probably
they're
in the
just like,
mask going like this. Yeah, they're like, brother, who brother, just rolling their eyes.
yeah, boy.
Yeah, boy. Keller, what movie should we pick for our pick?
Uh,
I have an idea. I don't know if you're gonna like it, and I don't want you to
because
be
I
mad at
do
me.
think Clerks belongs on this list,
Okay, but not on our list. Can
not
you
on
think
our
of a
list.
can you think of a better example of like a no budget, like independent movie that like
I wish
helped
I could,
launched a
because this is
career?
like, I like this better than Saw.
Yeah, but you know what I think I like better is the Blair
What?
Witch Project.
Than
Same.
Saw? Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah, and better than Clerks. Have you seen the Blair Witch Project?
Blair Witch Project. Yeah, it's way more effective,
It's very effective, and it's no budget.
and you don't
Anyway.
have Hallie.
No, but you have the boogery, like, I'm so scared, but good acting in that movie.
Pretty good. I believe that she was scared.
Yeah.
The booger sells it.
The booger,
It's
the
better than
booger.
Carrie Ellis.
Poor Carrie. Okay. What?
It doesn't have to be the same thing. Have we put everything everywhere all at once on this damn?
Bro,
Because that
you
had a nothing budget and it was all practical.
hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. I'm checking right now. Hang on a second. I don't think it has been. Wait a
We
minute.
didn't do it yet.
Oh my gosh. We didn't do it yet.
Do it.
We are a couple of fools.
Fools.
We should do it.
We could put one of their other movies on there.
Kevin
We could
Smith's
put I was thinking
or
the Daniels. We
the
could just put
Daniels.
Swiss Army Man on there because that was no money too.
It's true, but you know what? That
You
one
don't
we might
like it.
disagree on. That one we might disagree on, brother.
It's not bad though.
No, but I
You
don't
just
know if
don't
it
like
is.
you don't care for it.
I don't know if it's one of the greatest movies ever made,
Ever made.
whatever that
True.
means.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think Everything
Everything
Everywhere All
Everywhere
at
All at
Once
Once is, yeah, it's definitely one
is.
of the greatest films ever made.
The pitch I was going to make was just going to be Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, because I just rewatched it today with director commentary, and I love that movie. I think it's great. You shake your head no. Do you want to talk about it? You want to convince me? You want to shut it down? Turn me down?
It's not one of the 500 greatest films ever made.
I don't know, man. 500's a lot.
500 is a lot,
Yeah.
but I'm still picking maybe 3 to 5 Marvel movies top.
Which ones would they be? Iron Man
Black
1,
Panther, obviously.
Black Panther,
Thor Ragnarok,
Thor Ragnarok.
obviously. Probably
Of-
Wakanda Forever is going to go on there.
Yep. I would say Avengers Endgame.
I think it probably Avengers Endgame.
I would say,
But then I would just
also
say Infinity War Endgame count as one.
it count as one. Right. Yeah. I like that. maybe Captain America: The Winter Soldier, like
when it's winter.
one of the Cap ones.
But still, I don't
I
like
don't know.
that one because the helicarriers, and
Yeah.
it's just doing an homage to a bunch of better movies
So
that will
then,
be on the list.
your favorite
What's
Cap
like
movie
a
is Civil War, or is that the first one?
my favorite's probably Civil War, but I
Me
don't
too.
know if
Me too.
that's like I don't know
No,
if
but
it's
it's
too fan servicey to be
yeah, it's
like
pretty sweet. I also don't know if it's a great movie, but that movie's pretty sweet.
it's
Come on,
dope.
that movie
You s-
gives us
you saw
what's the
Spider-Man.
first Tom Holland Spider-Man, first Chadwick Boseman Black Panther. It's pretty sweet. That movie's pretty sweet.
It's pretty sweet.
And Ant-Man says, "I believe this belongs to you, Captain America." That's pretty
Captain
sweet.
America. The way he says it, it's funny.
Would you put an Ant-Man movie on that list?
No.
Whoa.
No.
Okay, you have a Thor
There
film
are
with Ragnarok.
so many movies.
There
Not
are.
every Avenger is going to get a movie.
Would you
Sorry.
put Yeah, I don't know if I would put a Doctor Strange movie on there.
Definitely not.
Oh,
For
oh,
sure not. Those are
this is
low tier Marvel.
we already have Into the Spider-Verse, the animated film on there for sure.
That's
Would you put
guaranteed.
you didn't like, and I know it's pure fan service, but Spider-Man No Way Home. You wouldn't put it on there.
No,
Okay.
because I think
Homecoming, would you put Homecoming on there?
maybe every Spider-Man movie except for Spider-Man 3 and Amazing Spider-Man 2 is better than No Way Home.
Whoa! I mean, I don't
Easily.
know. I don't
Easily.
know. I don't know. I don't think the Amazing Spider-Man, the first one with Andrew Garfield, with
I
just the
definitely
lizard,
like it better.
just the lizard, that's crazy.
Definitely like it better.
I like a movie with Willem Dafoe more than just the lizard.
Just the lizard.
That movie should just be
JTL.
called Just the Lizard.
JTL. Just the
In a
lizard.
year where the first Avengers movie came out and it was like superhero saturation had reached its zenith, the Amazing Spider-Man released by Sony gives us Just the Lizard.
JTL.
And
And
Dennis Leary.
Spider-Man.
And Spider-Man. And Dennis Leary. Okay,
That's what
so
we
no,
all were in it for.
no,
Dennis
yeah.
Leary. I love
No.
Rescue Me.
No Shang-Chi, but you want to go everything everywhere all at once and just cross that off the list, and then
Definitely.
we're gonna come up with this problem every fucking week, Keller. Every week we're gonna be like, what movie? We're gonna have to start. We need to start coming up with some lists to kind of pitch to one another every week, so we can be like, oh, yeah, that one. I forgot about that, and
Just
put it on the
if
list.
just
Yeah.
start. Oh, Prey. Someone just.
We've already got Prey on
Oh,
there.
we already added it. Yeah.
We just added it, I think, last week. Okay,
Yeah.
hang on.
Fair. And we both agree that it's the best Predators movie.
Yup.
Yarp.
I would agree with that. It's the best one, best Predator one.
Predator. Dude, I can fucking take the Predator.
The Predator?
Come at me, Predator.
It's just a guy with stuff.
He's just wearing a big old thing.
I could take the Predator.
I'd grab onto those long things coming out the back of his head. I'd grab onto them.
Done. That's done. Every time them little laser dots get on me, I'd say, nope, get off of here.
I'd grab a mirror.
Why don't any of them
I'd send it right
dodge?
back at him.
Just duck.
Dodge,
duck.
duck, dip, dodge.
Just
dodge.
Duck Dynasty. That's all you got to do.
Yeah. Yikes.
Just
all you have
Ice
to
Road
do.
Truckers that guy.
Just deadliest catch that motherfucker.
Just 90-day fiance his ass.
Just trading places with that.
Just trading
asshole.
places with him. Okay, so Everything Everywhere All at Once is now on there. That's our pick.
It's a good one.
It's a great one. I think one of the greatest movies ever made.
Agreed.
Did we put The Bourne Identity on there? Oh.
No, and I think it is the best Bourne movie. Didn't you watch all the rest of them?
Not yet, because I'm currently in the middle. I'm like about 100 pages in out of a 500-page plus book in the first Bourne Identity book. And I'm not having a great time. I'll be honest with you.
Sounds like you love it. And
Not
you're going
gonna
to
keep-
read the rest of them.
Nope, not going to keep that one. Not going to read the rest, but it's interesting.
When are you going to
And
watch the rest of the movies?
As soon as I'm done with this book,
How much more do you have?
400 pages, I just said.
Listen to the audio.
I got some,
Finish
bro. I got
it
some.
up.
Hey, I got some flights coming up, brother. I got some flights coming up, and
Yeah,
you know I got the
yeah.
expanded soundtrack, so it's dope. And I'm good. I'm plugged in. I'm good to go. and then I'm gonna watch Supremacy and Ultimatum, and probably keep going with Legacy, Jason Bourne, and then that show. What was it? Blackbriar? No,
You got to start making your long plane ride movie playlist
movie playlist. Oh, to just
for a
watch.
12-hour plane ride.
Oh, to Italy. To
Yeah.
what's the name of the show that they did that was Born? It was set in that world.
Was it not Blackbriar?
No, what was the name of the program?
Treadstone.
It was it was a show called Treadstone. Yeah, I never saw that, and it only lasted one season.
Treadstone. It's probably because it was called Treadstone.
Yeah, I'm curious about it though. I'm gonna watch it.
They
I'm
should
gonna
have
watch
just called it The Bourne Chronicles.
it. The Sarah Connor Chronicles.
The
They should
Sarah
have called it.
Connor Chronicles.
They should have called it Treadstone: the organization that Jason Bourne worked for, and then
Yeah,
people
yeah,
would
yeah.
have watched
That's
it.
what they should have called for.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Well,
I like it,
we got about 15 minutes left. Keller, how you doing?
dude. I'm all right. Doing pretty good. Doing pretty
Have
good.
you
Other than the
have you
technical difficulties we
Yeah,
had.
that was annoying. Have you been watching any movies in the past week? Anything good, anything bad? Where are you at right now with movies?
I've seen all 3 Father of the Bride movies recently.
The Steve Martin ones and the Andy Garcia one?
Yeah.
Wonderful. What's your ranking?
Oh, and that's not. There's more. There was
Yes, there is,
apparently
because
one before that. It's a
yes, because
remake.
The Steve Martin one's a remake too. So,
Yeah. Yep.
what's your ranking of them? And I know you love Steve
Uh,
Martin. You can have the Andy Garcia one be the lowest ranked. That's okay. Steve Martin's a treasure.
it's 1 to Father of the Bride.
The new one? Okay.
Hmm.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. But you said
Yeah, it's not as funny. It's nowhere near as funny.
sure, but you said it was still
It's the
good
thing.
and like emotional and
It's better than I thought it was. No, I don't know. It's fine.
okay.
It's different. It's
Okay.
different. You gotta
What's
go in not expecting the other one.
best Andy Garcia movie ever? Ocean's 11?
Ocean's 11.
Done.
Ocean's 12, actually.
Excuse me? He's good in it though. I like that they had to
That's
team
the
up
thing.
with him. That's cool. He's a good guy.
No, that's not when they team up.
Oh, they team up when in the third one?
In the
In
third one.
13?
The second one's when he comes fucking after him, dude.
Yeah. But don't they team up against that European guy?
No, they team up against
Andy Garcia?
no. They team up against Al Pacino in the third one.
Pacino's in the third one? Well, who's
Yeah.
the second one? What do they do in the second one?
They're going after Andy Garcia comes
Goes after them.
goes after Ocean's 11. And
Uh-huh.
so then they have to make the money back, and the reason that Andy Garcia knows who did it is because the French guy told him.
And the French guy gets screwed over in the end, doesn't he, or no?
Yeah, he loses in the end.
He loses in the end, but he stole that thing with his super sexy skills.
Yeah.
That French guy,
Yep,
I
he was
think
gonna
I
be
showed you
Dr.
this.
Doom.
I think I showed you this. He was like, it seemed like he was the model for a Doctor Doom.
I think that'd be good.
Potentially.
Not now.
Yeah, maybe not.
It's too old
Maybe
now.
not. Maybe. I saw the movie Dick Tracy.
Oh shit! That
Have
movie
you seen that
has
movie?
cool makeup.
That movie is insanity.
It's fucking bonkers.
Yeah, I don't think it's good, but
I don't think it's bad.
I think it's interesting to watch. Yeah. Pretty great makeup overall.
It's
And
crazy.
speaking of Pacino, he's the bad guy, and he's like pretty
Scary.
great in the movie. But he's scary, and he's
What year did that come out? 94 as well?
1990, I think.
Damn.
Or 91, like a year after Batman. Like it was only greenlit
And
because
then-
of Batman.
The Mask.
Yes, that one I think is still
People
good.
love these yellow suits.
Yeah.
We got to get more yellow suits.
I think Warren Beatty.
Didn't he direct it
Yeah.
too?
I don't think
Which
I
is
like
bonkers.
Warren Beatty.
Okay.
I think Warren
Because
Beatty's
he said that I
What did
forgot
he
La La
say?
Land won.
because he messed it up, and he. Oh yeah,
He's
yeah.
the one
He's
who
just,
messed it up.
He's just old. That's true. That's true. I'm not
Mhm.
mad at him. I think I don't like Warren Beatty because I think Warren Beatty has always been handsome, and
And you can tell that he knows it.
100%.
I have the same
100%.
problem.
You do. You do, but you have a great personality to match. um, what else? What else? Oh, I'm gonna get some. I'm gonna start watching Judd Apatow movies. I guess I'm
Why?
in a Judd Apatow and Kevin Smith state of mind. I don't know because I have Netflix through the mail, and Dick Tracy finally came through, and I'm waiting
Okay.
on some Pink Panther movies because you and I
Why'd
started
you get
watching
Dick Tracy?
because of that one. I just wanted to watch, and Abby was like, "Me too. I want to watch that. I haven't seen that since Child." And so I
Since
said,
child. I
all
kind of
right,
want to rewatch the Steve Martin Pink Panthers now.
well, the second one, well, I don't know. They have funny moments. They're
I
always
just
funny.
watched the wine scene
They're always funny. They're
and
always
be
funny.
fine.
And also the hamburger scene is so funny.
Hamburger.
The burger. I would like to buy a hamburger. The burger. It's hilarious. It's funny. You know.
I
I
love Steve Martin. You hear
I
that Only Murders in the Building is going to be his last acting role, probably?
what? Seriously? That
I
guy
started The
has
Big Year, and that movie, yikes.
whoa, what is that?
That's that birding movie with Steve Martin, Owen Wilson, and Jack Black. You're
Oh yeah,
right. It
how
sounds like solid gold,
yeah.
but it has like the tone of Julie and Julia, to where it's like,
Ugh. Ugh.
we're going to let them be funny sometimes, but this is about bird watching.
Yeah. Boo. I
We
also
turned it
saw
off halfway through because
oh
it started
god.
playing "You Are My Sun." No, that's not even the one. This little light of mine, to a montage. That was over a montage
Of them watching birds.
of them like just watching birds like crazy.
I also saw an article, somebody commenting on an article that was online that said Jack Black is returning to a beloved role. And the article was like, it was clickbait title, but the role
Kung
is
Fu Panda.
Kung Fu Panda. They're doing a fourth one, which is going to be great.
Yeah,
But the article itself
I
had a
was
picture
hoping
of,
it was going to be School of Rock.
but they could do a follow up to that. But Jack Black, they had a picture of Jack Black from the movie Bernie, where he played like a killer.
What if there was a sequel, like
That's what I'm
Bernie's
saying.
back, baby? This
That's what I'm saying.
this
I'm
true
like,
story movie.
yeah. And
Uh,
they just did a
we wrote a
fictional part.
sequel.
Yeah, that would be great. That would be
That'd be
great. I
very funny. I would watch the shit out of it.
That movie was good, I thought. I remember it being
Yeah,
good. Yeah?
Richard Linklater is
Mm,
good.
mhm. Bernie. That's Bernie. Yeah, now I'm not gonna watch The Big Year. Thanks for letting me know. Dude, yeah, Jack Black, I'm like
You have to.
in.
Just got added to Disney Plus. Just kidding.
Owen
It's not a Disney
Wilson.
Plus original.
Owen Wilson, I'm like interested. Steve Martin, in. Ben Stiller, interested. John Cleese. Yeah, it seems like
Wait,
it would be solid gold.
yeah, and then Angelica Houston. There's a very small Life Aquatic reunion where Angelica
Wow.
Houston and Owen Wilson are both on a boat together.
Also, Andrew Wilson is in the movie. Rashida
The
Jones.
cast is bonkers.
Joel McHale, Rosamund Pike, Gone Girl's in this.
Gone Girl.
Gone Girl, Anthony Anderson, who's hilarious, Tim Blake Nelson, Kevin Pollock,
Isn't
dude.
this the craziest cast you've ever heard? If you
This
watch
doesn't
this
all
movie,
in one movie.
this is like
Wow.
to fall asleep to. Chelsea said, you know that guy who said I couldn't relate to turning red? I bet
Yeah.
he made this movie.
Yeah, that's hilarious. That's a movie that's like, hey, do you like all these comedians? Are you over the age of 65? We made a movie for you.
But
Here you
also,
go.
do you
Here you
like
go.
birds? Oh
Oof.
my god!
I bet you all
I
those
thought it
actors
was gonna
signed.
be so funny
You know what I would
because
love? Yeah, because everything I just because
the three
cast.
of them as competitive bird watchers
Yep.
is solid fucking gold
I felt
in
the same way
literally
with
anybody else's hands, I guess.
do you remember the movie The Campaign with Will Ferrell and Zach Galifianakis?
Yeah, and
On
Man of the
paper,
Year with Robin Williams.
solid gold premise. Solid, right?
And it
The
has
Gal
very funny moments.
Yeah, but it's like, yeah, I guess it's
It
somewhat
gets
delivered, but
insufferable
yeah,
is what it is.
it's hard to make a great comedy, let alone just a good movie. It's so hard, but yeah, dude, competitive bird watching, that would have been,
That
oh
could
my
have
god.
been. That's what it was.
I bet you most of those actors signed up because all those other actors signed up. I would love to know why each of those actors agreed to do that movie.
Yeah, I don't know who
right?
directed it.
I don't know
Like,
who
I
directed.
wonder if
Well,
this person's like, I've directed beloved comedies before, but I
right,
decided to make a
maybe.
bird watching movie because it's a passion of mine.
Right. I love it when actors reveal why they did agree to a project. I know that the funniest one is Bill Murray saying yes to Garfield because it was like written
And
by
it's the funniest line in Zombieland.
yes, but like it was written by like Eaton Cohen or Ethan Cohen without a H, and he
This is
thought
the
it was
director of The Devil Wears Prada.
yeah. So you would think slam dunk. You would think slam dunk. Yeah, I think all actors when they like if Steve Martin's retiring, he should really put out a book or keep a secret list so that somebody finds it after he passes away. That's like, here's why I did every movie I did. I would
I
think
want
that's
every
great.
actor to do that.
Yeah, I think that's great.
Yeah, that should be like, I wish I had that kind of like
Mhm.
clout with celebrities to just make a podcast called "Why'd You Do It?"
Why'd you do it? A few days ago, Jason Momoa said that like he and the people he worked with, they had a blast making the Conan the Barbarian movie that they made like 10
Yeah,
plus years ago. But he said, but the movie was a big piece of shit. And I think that's really funny too when it's like, yeah, 10 years out, you had a great experience making that movie. That always happens where it's very different than the end result. And I feel bad for him because in some universe, Jason Momoa could have starred in
been a
and led
superstar
uh,
for
as
that
Conan the
reason.
Barbarian would have
Yeah.
been would have been his character. Like it could have been awesome,
Honestly,
but
if they made a new one
yeah,
today and
he
he
might still could
came
do it.
back, he could still do it.
Yeah, I think so. I think this is
He's
kind of a
just now about to be in a Fast and Furious movie. Yeah, he could
yeah,
do it.
he could do it. I think
They're
this
gonna
is
be
kind of
throwing
a
him the fuck around a lot in
yeah,
that movie.
this is a complete tangent, but I feel like you know how they did like The Witcher on Netflix and they're doing like Lord of the Rings and they're doing all these like high fantasy. They did what is it?
Conan
What's the Wheel of Time? Like they're throwing a lot of money at these fantasy things.
is
I
Ring of
bet you that
Power.
I bet you that HBO or something like it. It's got to be one of these. It's got to be HBO or
It's gotta be
Apple.
one with some
A,
money.
yeah, a big one.
Well,
It can't be
that
like Stars.
C show is about to end.
Yes, it's got
The
to be
Jason
something
Momoa show.
some big streamer that would
Yeah.
put up a bunch of money. But I think that the next time somebody tries Conan the Barbarian, if they do it in kind of like a prestige television format and maybe do it like as an anthology where each episode is its own little,
Better Call
it
Saul
would
just ended. What's
crush.
AMC doing? They
Hey,
got in The
AMC, get on
Walking
it.
Dead eventually,
Get
right?
on it.
Is it
Get
over
on it.
yet?
No, that one's going forever. And Olivia Munn's in that show now. I'm like, how? What?
Wait,
What?
you mean it didn't? I thought this was supposed to. It was supposed to be wrapping
Oh,
up.
I think there's another one called like The
I
Walking
know
Dead or
there's
Still
Fear the
Here or something like
Walking
it's.
Dead.
Yeah, this is a third show. I think. I think
Wow,
it's called The Walking Dead Universe. I don't know what it's called, but all I'm
wow.
saying is I think Conan the Barbarian is no longer a movie. It's going to be a TV show. It should be an HBO or
Well, it's kind
Netflix
of coming
TV show
back,
or
right?
something. What is?
Conan.
Well, I always like it.
Okay,
I always
that's
like it.
true.
Don't
But
ask
they've
me,
been putting
brother.
him in comics and stuff recently.
Yes, 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 yes. Marvel Comics. Oh, so maybe it'll be a
Yeah,
Disney Plus. The bloodiest hero. Yeah, why not? I don't know.
I don't know. They're already making Daredevil again, so
That's
that'll be
true.
the bloodiest, right?
That's the name of the show, Daredevil again.
Daredevil again.
They should have left the Muppets called The Muppets Again. That's funny.
It's so funny.
Keller, I want to thank you for going on this journey with me today and talking about Clerks, the 1994 classical.
Anytime except a different movie, please.
You got it. So,
Except next time we have to watch The Return, which is a
oh,
family drama
dear
in the
Lord.
Russian wilds.
Oh, dear Lord. What year did
Did
that movie come out in?
2003.
All right, let me see if it's streaming anywhere because I bet it's not.
It's a stunning near mythic tale of emergent manhood.
Okay,
Does that
good
help?
news. Yes, it does. The Return, original
Mhm.
title, Bothskemlevsky, from 2003. I don't know if that's the original title. I can't read Russian. It is streaming for free on Canopy. Do you have Canopy? Isn't it
Yeah,
like a yeah, you do?
library
Okay.
card.
Library card. So it's on Canopy. Otherwise, it's rentable
You
on
got to get it
Vudu.
in the mail.
I might get it in the mail, but I might watch it on Canopy if I could borrow your Canopy login. But it's rentable on Vudu and Amazon. Vudu is only $2, and on
not
Amazon and
bad.
Apple it's $4 HD. Oh, that's why, because it's not HD.
HD.
The Return. I'm interested in this. I have never. Okay, I don't know anything
I'm
about
interested.
it. I'm
I don't know how
interested.
many Russian movies I've seen.
Yeah, I've only
Have we
seen
watched any for this movie? For this podcast?
From Russia with Love.
Yep. I've only seen Ghost Protocol.
Ghost Protocol.
Uh,
That's right. When they go to the Kremlin. Yeah, man. And any Star Trek movie with Chekhov. That's it. Yamayo.
That's so much Russian.
Thanks, man. Thank you guys for
Anytime,
watching.
man.
Our movie, this pick was Everything Everywhere All at Once. We watched
Watch it
Clerks.
now.
If you keep watching Kevin Smith movies, Keller, no joke. And if you want to do Clerks 2 and then the new Clerks 3, keep me posted. Let us know, bring it up on the podcast.
Okay, I don't know if that's going to happen.
Okay.
Maybe.
Maybe it will. Maybe it
They're
will.
making a new Clerks?
Yes, Clerks 3 coming out this year. And I saw that. I could send you the trailer. Well, here's the thing. I think I'd rather you see Clerks 2 first, just to see what it's like 10 or 15 years later, and it's those same characters. But then
they still work in the same places?
Bro, how sad.
That's sad. Then I'm already bummed out.
Clerks 3 looks very good, and it looks like it is Kevin Smith, who is now older, and we're all older.
It's a retrospective.
And it looks good. It looks like, damn, dude, that shit might make me cry. Looks good.
Don't.
Well,
okay. You can if you want.
Thanks everybody for watching. We'll see you guys next week, Monday, 8 p.m. Pacific time. We're going to be talking about the Russian film, The Return. You can stream it on Canopy. You can maybe get it Netflix through the mail. I don't know. Good luck for all of you out there. Go watch Father of the Bride, the old ones and the new one.
Yeah. Go watch. What's that thing you said was really bad?
Dick Tracy?
Yeah. Go watch Dick Tracy.
No, you don't have to do that. Pray was tight. Okay, see you guys in a week. Bye.
Bye.